Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another fine episode of Chick Flick Shuffle. See, I'll use my sexy voice that time.
Indeed.
Alright, here with us we have GL, of course.
Yo.
I'm waiting for more.
That's all I've got.
And Nokami, the stripper monkey.
Hello.
So you're not gonna say anything about that stripper monkey part?
I'm really not gonna.
Does he strip off his clothes or does he strip off your skin? No one knows. It's completely random. And I'm in, your valiant host. I know, I make myself sound fantastic.
You could have said, "You're a valiant, gracious host."
Well, that's for next time. Next time I'll be valiant and gracious, and no one's going to believe me because it's going to be a Halloween
Or you're
themed
gonna
episode.
get a new adjective every time you do one of these.
That's a brilliant idea. That is absolutely genius. See, there is a reason I'm friends with you. You're just bursting with ideas for me.
To steal, claim it your own.
Yes. The movie we saw. No, let me rephrase that. The movie we reviewed yesterday, and then completely messed up because Pamela was not running, probably due to our confusion of the movie that we were reviewing, was Dr. T and the Women.
Cue country western music.
I don't like European people, and I don't like the way their beer tastes. And if you bring that shit to my house on football Sunday, I'ma break them bottles on your fucking face. Do what you want in your house, but don't bring that shit here. I don't want to see that shit in my refrigerator neither, man. Understand me now, understand me real clear.
Yeah,
I
buddy.
only drink
Full
American
of
beer.
just full of that Texas accent and Texas hospitality.
Oh yeah, there ain't no hospitality in this movie.
I don't know.
Dr. T and the Women, it's suggested to be a romantic comedy.
I don't.
It doesn't know what the hell it is. Directed by Robert Altman. The star is Richard Gere, and there's like every famous female actor at the time was stuffed in this movie, like I said before, except for Meg Ryan. 'Cause no one likes Meg Ryan anymore. Yeah, this movie, the synapse is simple. It's the story of Richard Gere. No, synapse isn't simple at all. It's not simple at all.
I can sum this up.
Richard Gere.
I can sum this up.
And that's about it.
I can sum this up. It's a story of a man named Dr. T, because he feels like being black,
Yep.
who is surrounded by women who make him go crazy.
Yes. And it's really sad, because, at the beginning, he's very optimistic about women. Women are innocent. Those are his words.
Yep, they're to be cherished.
They are to be cherished. And at the end of the movie, he's just like, no more estrogen. No more.
Oh god.
And, the movie is about his evolution from that beginning to what he turns out to be at the end. But there are other storylines. It is a romantic comedy quotation mark, so of course there is a love interest. And he has 2 daughters or 3 daughters?
He has 2 daughters, a wife, and a love interest.
Yes, yes. And his wife's sister. We'll talk about these characters
He's
now.
just drunk.
His wife's sister is just a really, really drunk lady with too many kids. Those
How many did
kids...
she throw back throughout that movie? I lost count.
I think she had 3.
Only 3? It was only 3? She chugged them.
Oh, no. She seemed like she had a drink every time I got confused in this movie.
I think every time we saw her, she had a drink.
Oh, she was always drunk. She was drunk every scene in this movie.
She was like Tony Stark drunk.
Yeah.
Even in a bottle, indeed. Then of course we have Dr. T's wife, played by
Who
Farrah Fawcett.
the greatest thing ever. She goes crazy because they love her too much.
Lost her mind because everybody adores her. Like, stripped off her clothes and ran around in the mall for a while, dancing in the fountain. Like, grown woman.
Yes, and I was telling Jill this the other day. It just makes everyone that watches this uncomfortable. Because when you first watch it, it's like, oh, boobs, that's nice. Then you're like, what's wrong with her? Maybe she's on drugs. She's probably on ecstasy. And that makes boobs fine. But then when you find out she's crazy, then you feel guilty about looking at her boobs. Then you find out the reason she's crazy, and then you just don't care about anything anymore.
That's not how it went.
And, you know, you think for a second that, like, it is kind of the thing that kicks off the events that happen, but this side story itself doesn't really go anywhere.
No, this whole thing of her going crazy is just what sets the stage for Dr. T's breakdown.
Yep. Then you have Dr. T's older daughter,
Dee Dee.
who's getting
Dee?
married.
Yeah, Dee Dee.
Dee Dee! What a fantastically Texas name. Why would anyone name their child Dee Dee? That doesn't sound like the name of a white woman, especially in this case, because Dee Dee is one of the characters that has a very pronounced Texas accent. Because when I imagine someone named Dee Dee in my mind, I'm imagining the ghetto and a prostitute with 48 kids.
I was imagining Dee Dee from Dexter's Lab.
Yeah, you can imagine that too, but neither one of them the Dee Dee we get
Dee
here.
from Dexter's Lab with 48 kids.
Oh no, I do not want to be exposed to that show.
Anyway, Dee Dee is supposed to be getting married, and she's a cheerleader for something.
Yeah.
And Dee Dee's husband
Like
is in one scene.
The very
and
end.
doesn't have any lines. So, you know, just basically like most of these chick flicks, there's a guy, he's basically in the background so far.
The one guy who just stands there.
Yeah.
I miss how Stella got her groove back.
This movie makes you miss how Stella got her. That's terrible. I guess, you know, there is joy in watching Whoopi Goldberg die.
That's all Stray. That was all Stray.
He loved it. I was like, you must celebrate it. He just couldn't stop talking about it. Alright, I'm getting off track. Then you have the younger daughter.
Tara Reid, who is a conspiracy theorist who really, 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 really wants attention.
Yep.
Our favorite line, "Don't worry, Dad, I'm perfectly fine."
You hear me, Dad? I'm fine. I'm fine. Don't look at me while I'm cutting my wrist. I'm gonna be okay. Now I'm gonna take this ecstasy. But that's alright, Dad. Don't worry about it. I'm shooting myself in the pelvis. Okay.
Are you
okay,
paying
Dad.
attention to me now, Dad? You shouldn't. You shouldn't worry.
Yeah. Played by Tara Reid. Is it miscast? I don't know. Typically you would think so, but she's kind of played down in this role, so I guess that's fine. Like I said, I don't have any problems with any of the actors and actresses in this movie. They seem to go fine. So yeah, you have all of that going on. And of course, Richard Gere, he waits, 2 weeks before getting it on with a newcomer
it was like
called
3
Brie.
weeks or so.
Yeah. Like, he just couldn't wait. He touches boobs all day. Boobs and vagina all day. And he could not wait 3 weeks before he gets laid. Come on.
I think it's like this. Oh my God, this woman plays golf. I must have her.
Yes.
He plays
Ladies
golf. The wife is away going nuts. So
I mean, what you gonna
get over
do?
here.
And, you know,
She's not giving it up.
She thinks she's his sister.
She
we can't do that anymore.
No,
It's evil. But I guess what they were trying to say is this. If you meet a woman with the same shoes as you,
Yeah.
you need to hit that as fast as you possibly can.
Yeah, we should take it that way.
And I can't blame men that wear high heels anymore. Because now I know what they're doing.
Thinking on the women that are also wearing high heels.
Exactly. It's perfect. Genius.
Somehow you think men wearing high heels aren't getting laid with other women. Really? Just saying.
They wake up the next day with a man wearing high heels.
In full-on drag. Oh, guess what I just did?
I'm pretty sure that would be what Dr. T's going to be heading to because of this all his troubles. I wouldn't be surprised, and I wouldn't blame him.
No, we wouldn't.
So, back on track here.
Bree, golf instructor, Dr. T bangs her.
Dr. T bangs the golf instructor after a nice steak dinner at her house as opposed to the restaurant that he previously suggested. She started.
Yeah.
Let that be noted. She invited him back to her awesome pad to do her. What happened?
Mm-hmm.
Knowing he was married.
Oh yeah, knowing he was married.
Knowing his wife is in some kind of trouble in the hospital.
Like, I honestly thought she would, like, protest or something. Like, what about your wife? And she's just like, no, your wife is gone. I'm here. Take me now.
Exactly.
Have my shoes. Please take me now.
I know what you can do with that golf club.
Oh, I've got a 9 iron for you.
Let's talk about the patients here for a second, because they're a big part of the breakdown.
Red-headed lady who's a friend who is the wife of one of his hunting buddies, and she thinks because he hunts with her husband, she's suddenly better than everyone else, and she's a bitch.
Yep. And, he must be cheating on her or something, because she goes there a lot. It's like, she's always afraid something's wrong with her vagina. Because there's no reason to go to the gynecologist that often. No, actually, a lot of them go there often.
Yeah, that's why he's always full of people. Always full of women that want to see him.
It's the same people.
I mean, there's just like a point where they're basically just like, oh, he's great. Let him do things to you with
Exactly.
Like,
why you keep going there? He just saw you yesterday.
Like, there's a few patients where he's just like, please don't let her come back for another 3 months. I'm tired of looking at her.
Is it are their husbands not like having sex with them?
You'd think, I mean, like, they're just always at the gynecologist's office getting checked up on.
Exactly.
Quote unquote.
I was expecting something like Scrubs when Elliot accidentally made that woman have an orgasm. I was expecting that scene in this movie.
No, that's what he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he knows how to avoid this because he desperately wants to, as much as he can't.
He's to deal with him enough as it is.
Yes, he does.
Oh, we forgot someone.
What?
Secretary.
Oh, yes.
About her.
The one that wants to bang him.
Oh, God. That's
A little too much.
You do have to feel sorry for the secretary, before that, because she has to deal with all of the bitches, while they're in bitch mode. Like, when they actually meet Richard Gere, they turn the bitch mode off, because they like him. But when she's around, that's full-on bitch mode.
They're in full-on bitch mode, and not only does she have to deal with them in full-on bitch mode, but she gets to go to Dr. T's office and be like, oh, please realize that I like you, and you're not seeing me at all. Killing me.
Because she doesn't wear the same shoes he does.
I know, that's exactly it. But then, another thing is, it's kind of manipulative of her. She just found out that he was getting the divorce. And then
jumped on it like...
She jumped on it.
Yeah, I know. The moment, he got a call from the wife's lawyer saying your wife asked for a divorce. She got on that. What I want to know is, the wife isn't... mentally retarded. She has the
Right.
mind of a little kid. She thinks that he is her brother.
So whoever this husband is, she's just like ready to divorce him.
So how is she able to decide to divorce him?
I don't know. That was an interesting little hole. So he can,
You know what? You know what it is? She's sleeping with the lawyer.
that has
That's
to
what. The lawyer's like, nah, you gonna
the
have to
lawyer's
put it off
knowing
with
that
him.
she's
That's part of the plan. First step, make them think I'm crazy. Second step, break it off, like divorce from Richard Gere. They think it's because I'm crazy. In reality, I'm bringing the big blackballed lawyer. That's her side of the story that she won't get in special features.
that makes sense.
It does make sense.
And she's been away for so long that he's just like, I don't even. Fine, just whatever. Call me later. I
I'm
can't
gonna go bang someone again.
go bang someone right now because she's getting. And then it's like the secretary just moves in like I think that same night, just like, oh, you were divorced. Let me touch you, and suddenly throw all of my clothes off.
Yeah, and he said he also has to deal at that exact moment that his oldest daughter, the one that's getting married, might be a lesbian.
Might be like
Might
it's
be.
like every aspect of his life has just been falling apart.
At that moment, it's like what, 15, 20 minutes left in the movie. Everything happens.
Everything happens. It's just like, oh, and by the way, your daughter is a lesbian. She had this fling over here, and it's still going on. Don't worry, I'm fine. Don't worry about me. I'm going to tell you about my
Uh-huh.
sister.
The lady you're banging, she's gone, so you can't bang her. Your secretary wants to bang you. Your wife wants a divorce, even though she shouldn't be able to ask for a divorce. Your daughter's a lesbian.
But I'm fine, okay? She's making out with women, and I know that makes you feel uncomfortable, so don't worry about me making out with this goat over here, alright?
I know, right?
Don't worry
What's
about
fun?
it.
What's really fun is that, like, right after he finds out about his daughter and her lesbian interest, said lesbian interest comes in for a checkup.
And she thinks she might have a yeast infection,
She thinks that's the worst part. She thinks I have a yeast infection.
which means his
Like-
daughter might be involved in this.
Oh,
Which means his daughter has
stop
seen
talking,
this.
my dick hurts. Now, we're not going to spoil the ending, this huge WTF ending. But man, no one could possibly have seen that coming. Unless you paid
I
Honestly-
ridiculously close attention to the box.
Everything considered, I was honestly, like, I was on the edge of my seat waiting for him to die. I was.
I know.
Like, there's, like, lightning. I'm like, die. Please die. I want to see you die now because you went through every other
I thought it
hell.
would be a dream.
Or a trick. Nope.
Yeah, there's no real resolution to this movie. He just likes boys now. I'm pretty sure he's gay. That's the resolution.
There is.
He's
No,
completely gay
no,
now.
remember. When that little boy was born, he was so happy because it was a boy.
That's the resolution. He's gonna be seeing a lot of boys now.
He took
A lot of.
threw off his wedding ring.
He threw that trick right into the hot water.
Did you guys notice this near the end? When he confessed to Bree, he said, "Let's just run away together. Let's go to New Orleans." She's like, "I just left," and blah blah blah. She's telling him he's just a booty call.
Basically. He, like,
He
wore his
leaves,
heart
and the other guy she's banging shows up. You didn't even know anything about them being together
out.
until just then.
Well, I mean, what do you expect? She did him knowing that his wife was crazy.
That's the thing.
That's complete booty callness.
That's the thing. And she's pretty much like, oh, I'm not with anybody, so this other guy is like another slightly more special booty call that she doesn't have to run away with. So,
Yeah. She went to New Orleans with that guy. Because I remember one of his friends in their hunting was talking about how great New Orleans is.
Yes, that's exactly what happened.
All right then. Wow, I never realized that.
So, I mean, the movie as a whole, like I said, I think kind of has a bit of an identity crisis. Because it starts off as a family drama, then becomes like a smutty 70s film. You know, and let me you about smutty 70s films because I've seen enough of the cinema snob to know smutty 70s films. They show you all the nakedness and nudity, but they don't show you a lot of sex. It's pretty much a big tease. And that happens like in the middle of this movie. I was explaining, they want the guys to stay in the theater. So everyone's like drama, relationships. Then put a little boob in there for a second, like, yeah, guys, this is the movie you want to go see with your lady, because we're looking out for you. We're going to put a little boob right there. What, you see that booty? You see that flat pancake booty? We're going to zoom in on that for 3 minutes. Yeah, that's for you guys. And then, after that, it just, I don't know, like a tragedy?
He's just standing like in the rain at this wedding and just lost his mind.
But I don't believe I can rate this movie. I don't think I have an opinion of this movie. I'm pretty sure I'm never gonna watch this movie again unless I need to feel confused. So that's what I think about this movie as a whole. Jill, Nokumi, thoughts on the movie itself, the whole thing, the big picture, the Godzilla.
The whole thing, the big picture, the Godzilla, do not be a gynecologist.
No.
Why?
Actually, that's a correction. Do not be a gynecologist for rich women in Texas.
Yeah.
Because they don't get enough
They don't get
poontang from their husband.
anything.
Yeah, you know what? That just made me think. This movie would be so much worse if it took place in Japan.
Oh my god. That's worse, because they get even less.
They'd be even more desperate. All that Christmas cake.
For me, this movie, the giant WTF. I didn't know what it was supposed to be. It didn't know what it was supposed to be. And in the end, we were both left confused and unsatisfied.
Yes. Unsatisfied.
Just like all the women that go to visit Dr. G.
Well, that's the end of our show. Next time we will be reviewing something or other.
Is that the name of the movie or just?
No, we don't know what it is.
Okay.
We don't know
Wait a
what it is. We just know we have, because it's Halloween. I need to do something big and Halloweeny.
Something big and Halloween.
I'm thinking Halloween episode of the Babysitter's Club.
Yeah, I saw that post. That was.
Yeah.
I read that. It's like, no reply. Babysitter's Club it is. Let's do it.
No. I read the Babysitter's Club. I read the Halloween book.
I watched that when I was a kid.
Don't admit that.
There was nothing on.
Wait, in Dominican Republic?
No.
Oh, I'm about to say, that would have been weird.
Oh,
Babysitter's Club in Spanish? What? Alright, guys, we're out.
Same chick flick time. Same chick flick.
I drink
Sorry.
Budweiser when I'm fishing.
Sexy voice.
While I'm hunting for duck, the best way to bow season, man. And you can prepare your little sissy boy salad. I'm a skin of 12-point buck, fool. Do what you want in your house. Go ahead, don't man.